So good evening to our excellencies who are here present, our members of parliament who have very well represented us in the floor of our National Assembly, and all the partners, local and international. I stand here as the host of this high-level intergovernmental panel that took place this afternoon. I am Dr. Daniel Cura from the Kenya Christian Professionals Forum, who have been the hosts of this very, very important session. As Kenya Christian Professionals Forum, we uphold 4 main pillars, that is on family, life, religious freedom, and good governance. And today's session has really touched the heart of what we stand for, that is on life and promotion of family. We hold an annual family national conference on that is around the day, the International Day of the Family. It is going into its 4th year next year in 2020, together with the Ministry of Labor and Social Protection, and through other partners such as the Strathmore University. We have been working very hard on the national promotion and protection policy, which we hope will bear fruits, as we have seen in countries like Hungary and Poland. We are very concerned about what is going on across the road in the ICPD25 summit, Nairobi summit, and would therefore want to read an emphatic statement to state the position of like-minded Kenyans. We know our president is behind us, and the people of Kenya are behind us. So I'll go ahead to read the statement, which is showing the concern of the Kenya Christian Professionals Forum, religious organizations, and pro-family organizations, dated this 12th November of 2019. Dear Kenyans, delegates to the ICPD 25 Nairobi Summit, men and women of goodwill, we greet you in the name of the Lord, the Almighty. The Kenya Christian Professionals Forum, together with its key partners, the Evangelical Alliance of Kenya, the National Council of Churches of Kenya, that's the NCCK, and the Kenya Conference of Catholic Bishops, KCCB, wishes to address you all. We also welcome support from the Supreme Council of Kenya Muslims, that is SUPKEM, and the Hindu Council. We recognize various Kenyan, African, and international pro-family organizations that have collaborated with us in hosting the pro-family side events running parallel with the ICE. Testing.
that incorporate the SRHR package and are hostile to family values. 3, sexualization of children through promotion of comprehensive sexuality education. CSE encourages children to do masturbation, experiment with sex acts, homosexuality, obtain contraceptives and abortions, even without parental knowledge, and experiment with gender, boys trying to become girls, and vice versa. CSE ignores laws on age of sexual consent and undermines criminal penalties for defilement of minors and for incest. Harming family and moral values by supporting homosexual behavior, the LGBT agenda, and celebrating prostitution, defending pornography, and weakening pro-life and pro-family laws. The organizers of the Nairobi Summit, including the UN Population Fund and the International Planned Parenthood Federation, believe in an anti-population and pro-abortion ideology. They have openly stated in their intention to use the Nairobi Summit to advance their ideology internationally and to apply pressure on pro-family groups and countries that are pushing back against the SRHR agenda. And you are the pushback right here.
The Nairobi Summit takes place just after Kenya recently announced the result of the 2019 population census. While some Western organizations claim that developing nations are overpopulated, Kenya's annual population growth has actually fallen in 10 years from 2.9% per annum to 2.2%. This should be a concern for us. We are aware that the stated goals of the Nairobi Summit, that is 0 maternal deaths, 0 gender-based violence, and 0 unmet family planning needs, that is the 000, are laudable goals and worthy of support. ICPD, however, respected the choice of individuals in determining their method of family planning. This meant recognize informed consent and cultural, religious, and ethical values. The Nairobi Summit fails to respect these cultural, religious, and ethical values. So, to secure the stated goals of the Nairobi Summit, while rejecting the hidden agenda and ideology of the sexual reproductive health rights agenda, we call upon member states to consider the following proposals. We, as Pro-Family Caucus, reject the Nairobi Summit outcome document. Secondly, we caution the United Nations member states against making any legal commitments linked to the Nairobi Summit document, and in particular, making any reference to sexual reproductive health rights agenda or accepting any periodic review mechanism. Thirdly, we urge member states to restate their commitment to the ICPD Cairo Program of Action with its pro-life and pro-family commitments. And finally, we encourage member states and persons of goodwill to instead support domestic and international pro-family organizations and to commit to adopting national family promotion and protection policy documents. And we are here represented by, as I said, the Kenya Christian Professionals Forum, the Kenya Catholics Conference of Catholic Bishops, the National Council of Churches of Kenya, the Evangelical Alliance of Kenya, and other pro-family organizations that are here represented. Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome all the delegates who have visited Kenya, all the members of ICPG, to visit our wildlife in the parks, to enjoy our flora and fauna, because I think that is the best we can get from this conference. And I can assure them one thing, that we as members of parliament, when we get to parliament, we do not leave our beliefs outside parliament. We do not leave our values outside parliament. We do not leave our customs at the door of parliament. We go inside with them. So if they came here to change our belief, if they came here to change the way we think, if they came here to change our customs, they have failed. Let them go to the parks and see our lions, our beautiful giraffes, and our fauna and flora, because they are not going to change us. We have very serious values deep down in our hearts that cannot be changed by a conference of 3 days. And I thank our president for standing firm and telling them on the face, we are Africans, we are going to remain Africans, we have our beliefs, and we are going to remain with our beliefs. We are Christians, and we are going to remain Christians. Asanteni sana, karibuni Kenya.
Well, thank you very much. You have seen the statement echoes what we have heard and what we have brought in the plenary. I think the challenge that from here now as we go, waiting for tomorrow, we need to have a legacy. The president of this country has his own legacy. The members of parliament, perhaps they echo. We gathered here, and by extension, let us begin to kind of interact with our future leaders. And the future leaders are the youth. The future leaders are the people whom we elect from our congregations. Let us induct them in these areas of the family and have an instrument on how, when they come to us looking for votes, we'll be able to vet them and see, because when they go to parliament, we want to thank this group that have come. When they go, and we were told the devil is in the pocket. It enters through the pocket. So somehow, yes, and that is the suffering of Africa. Our politicians, and I'm not saying they are not good people, but when they get there and they smell, the mind changes completely. So let us interact with them even now. If your country is going to election in next 2 years, in 3 years, or 4 years, or 5 years, Kenya knows its own time. We are not politicking now. When the time comes, use this moment to have them formed in your congregation without having to tell them you will be the president or the MP. Just collectively, not by parties, but interact with them as from a basis of values. So when they stand and they come to you, you already know that yes, we can be safe, because protection of life begins when we begin at home and in the parliament, because we have to decide on these laws, and equally to all kind of institutions, beginning from, if you want to be in the executive, judiciary, the same. Yes, so when a judge sits, you know this is the way we are going. So we want to send you like Jesus Christ sent his disciples and say, go ye, therefore. When we send you, don't look back. And when you have put your hands on the plow, don't look back. And looking back meaning, who has told you, who has given you what? Let us march forward and be confident again. Thank you very much. In my view, the Palinist and also the KCPF, you have done us proud, and we still have another day to go. Let us go and refresh and come back tomorrow. and increase the number of the population who will come to discuss.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
So good people, if you've come for the first time today, make sure you have a copy of the program. There are quite a number of them around. They were distributed, and I think there's a batch somewhere left. I would encourage you to make sure you come to the events that are going to follow. Even after here, a few more events are taking place. In this hall, we are going to have a movie called The War on Children, the Comprehensive Sexuality Agenda. If you've not watched it, this is the place to be. In St. Raphael, across there, we are going to have a presentation that is very important, the background to the founding of UNFPA. UNFPA was founded to control human population. So, yes, right now we are going to have a presentation from Jonathan Abamati. Could you please stand up? Jonathan Abamati is the research analyst for Population Research Institute, and he's going to be tackling the myth of overpopulation in the room across St. Raphael. He's going to be demystifying the agenda of UNFPA by dealing with that. So they will be across in that room, St. Raphael. Meanwhile, here we'll be showing a movie, The War on Children, the Comprehensive Sexuality Agenda by Family Watch International. When you get the program, you will see we have several sessions tomorrow. Tomorrow we have up to 8 sessions between 9 and 11 happening concurrently. 3 on this floor, 4 in the Catholic Parochial School, and 1 in the main hall down there near the parish. So encourage people to come and listen in. There's a lot of learning that is going on here. We would like that you come. We have received information that the police has not granted us our permit to march on Thursday. We are pleading with them to let us march on Friday. We will do it anyway. Keep your ear on the ground. Register at Vita et Familia so you can get the updates for what is going on. As for now, allow me to dismiss this gathering. Those staying for the movie right here, those discussing overpopulation in Raphael, those who have to go home, relax, and let's meet tomorrow. You're dismissed. Someone's glasses, if you misplaced your glasses, please, I have.
We'll be starting the movie, The War on Children, in about 4 minutes.
Sharon.